Yeah, the beach area right there. See it?
So people are in Lake Michigan, like at the beach.
It's a whole thing.上哪儿去了呀？
芝加哥最著名的大豆子，就是它有，因为它是打磨的非常光滑的一个小门面，进去之后看到各种各样的人。哇塞！哇！好大的喷泉啊！比它灵感来自于法国凡尔赛宫的喷泉，但是它比凡尔赛宫的还要大，哈哈哈！啊，美丽的芝加哥！噔噔噔噔，芝加哥河景套房，来，这个位置还真的挺不错，你看就还能看到河。那边就是论坛报大楼，还有川普大厦，这边就是河，可惜看不到湖。有一个巨大的卫生间，装修风格很现代，房间就勉强吧，还可以。然后这边也开始看河，天黑了，白天可能好一点。雕的挺好，这个也像中国的，这有地毯。这边还有日本的小房间，还有日式的小园林。哇，好精致啊！
We have this next bridge up ahead of us. That one's carrying Michigan Avenue. Who's going to be? They didn't really know what kind of legacy they wanted to leave behind yet. So in the meantime, they borrowed ideas from other countries. So Wrigley Building here is actually modeled after a cathedral in Sevilla, Spain called the Peralta Tower. So we call this Spanish. You can see
哇，川普的酒店，他本来想要盖芝加哥第一高的，结果911之后就害怕被撞，所以就没有盖成，盖成了第二高。
The middle one, same height as Mather Tower. It's this tall, thin, kind of rocket ship-shaped building on the left-hand side of the river.
哇，芝加哥是很好看。
Back to the river now. We are coming up next to the building here. As you go by, if you look up at it, you may notice something looks a little bit off about this building. I'll get it.
路口也密，桥也密，那边那个多好看。
It's not quite. The other end is the leaf of your bridge, so when the county goes down, the leaf tips up. There are 37 active bridges here in Chicago. I think they'll start doing the bridge lift soon. Back on the left are these triangular river cottages, also by Harry Weiss, same guy who updated Fulton House. And these are in a style called postmodernism. Yeah, modernism we'll talk about later, but basically their thing was less is more. The first one is not. Less is more. More is more. More asymmetry, more curves, more colors. I think it's also a Dr. Seuss's inspiration. Now, these river cottages, they were kind of radical, and they were built down on the river here in 1988 because for a lot of its history, the Chicago River was extremely polluted. Underwent even more cleaning as part of a big beautification effort that was put into place by the mayor at the time, Richard M. Daley. And basically, they scooped out some garbage and put in these regulations that said, no, you can't throw your garbage in the river, and if you do it, you'll be fine. There was one other cool thing done. I won't be it. But it's cleaner, and it has helped with the biodiversity in the river. Back in the 70s, there was a report, and it said that there were only 12 species of fish in the river. But said no on purpose to make her look more godlike, more ethereal. Keep on the right-hand side of the river, a little bit more up ahead of us here. The Peachy building, the blue glass windows, got a big cylindrical sort of crown sitting up on top. From 1990, that's 311 South Wacker. That crown is a 105-foot cylinder surrounded by 4 other smaller cylinders, and they are filled with 1,852 light bulbs. And lights are a really important part of architecture. Part of the reason we like tall buildings is because they're looking for ship building I mentioned before from 1928, and then London House Hotel, a 2016 building, very modern. And then on the end is the London Guarantee and Accident building from 1923. That one's in a style called Beaux-Arts, very French, neoclassical. Fancy word for L or arch up there. That is the Tribune Tower. And in 1922, the Chicago Tribune, the local newspaper, they held a contest. We have the winning design. We talked about it with Wrigley Building here at the beginning of the tour. Next tour. Early 1920s hadn't come into our signature Art Deco style yet. The support of Wrigley Tribune Tower, also modeled after a cathedral, but this one is from France. So we call the style Neo-Gothic or French Gothic Revival style. Keep it on the left. Down is a little unique building down here by the river. This is the 2017 flagship Apple Store. It's got these semi-structural glass walls, and it's also very fun to sit. Oh, over on the right, down here with the burgundy awnings, these umbrellas down here, that is the Northman, right? So the river water fell about 14 feet, gravity pulled it down, and that reversed the flow of the Chicago River. Now, it does Plains River, then connects to the Illinois River, which then connects to the Mississippi River, just north of St. Louis. So for a while, Chicago was sending its really dirty garbage water to St. Louis. Sorry, St. Louis.